Alright, today's video will be titled Wine's Bite. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm reading from the scripture. This is Proverbs chapter 23, verses 29 to 35. Okay, somebody just went by on a side-by-side, gave me a kind of weird look as I'm walking up the road with my Bible. Anyways, so as I was saying, said it at the start, the wind is blowing me, but in case you're wondering what kind of Bible I have, is a small one, and it is a King James version. Okay, not the new King James version, the old King James version. So bear with me on the language, and of course the wind's blowing once again, but bear with me on the language. I will start reading verse 29. The wind's not cooperating. Jeepers. Okay. It says 29, who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions? Who hath, instead of saying hath all the time, I'm just going to say has. That's what it basically is. It's Old English. Who has babbling? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes? They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his colour in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent, and stingeth like an adder. Thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things. Yea, thou shalt be as he that layeth down in the midst of the sea, or as he that layeth down upon the top of a mast. They have stricken me, thou shalt say, and I was not sick. They have beaten me, and I felt it not. When shall I awake? I will seek it yet again. So, with the wind blowing quite strongly, see if I can head back this way, make a little. But anyways, that was from Proverbs. As I said, chapter 23, verses 29 to 35, if you want to read it yourself. So it is warning. As I said, Prince of the Wind, now I'm reading scripture, so he's getting angry. Anyways, basically it is avoid wine. Now some people may wonder, well, I thought wine was good back in the Bible because even Paul talked about it. And some others, and they drank wine. Well, the wine they had wasn't alcoholic wine. What it refers to in Proverbs is a warning to stay away from intoxicating wine. Okay, that's the wine or spirit that makes you drunk, hence alcoholic. The wine that Jesus turned water into wine stuff, and the wine they talk about, Paul tells Timothy to drink, was more like grape juice, and they used it to sort of, something was mixed in it too with the herbs that allowed them to purify water or something along there, but it wasn't alcoholic. And it's telling in Proverbs to avoid alcoholic wine. Why? Because think of how people act when they're drunk. They say things they wouldn't regularly say, and they see all sorts of strange things, and they see even strange women, which, as you know, alcohol takes away people's love. And yes, I know, he doesn't like that. There's a video. Anyways, as I was saying, it makes you basically hallucinate and see all sorts of things. And this is Solomon talking to his sons, and he's telling them to basically, and it's a warning for us, to avoid alcoholic wine, because it's going to make you do things you wouldn't regularly do. You wouldn't, and when you're drunk, you wake up, you're sick, and sometimes you can get into a fight, or somebody can beat you, and you won't feel it until the next morning, because you don't feel it in the moment because you're drunk. And when he says laying on the mast of a ship, or down in the ocean, he's saying that people that do that don't usually You know, you never know where you're going to wake up. That's what the example is. You drink wine, you don't know where you're going to wake up. Some people wake up in a ditch, some people wake up in their car, and some people wake up, like I said, in the ditch on the side of the road somewhere, don't even know how they got there. So, avoid wine and the basic alcoholic wine. So that's where it also ties into the no drinking is basically, well, that says now as a Christian you shouldn't be drinking because it's just bad for you. And if Proverbs tells you not to, that, in case you're wondering, I wasn't staggering over the words. That is the old King James Version. It's used, what I guess is what I call broken English. It's old school, basically English. It's hath and thee and thy and they and them and thine. And if you're not used to reading it, it can be a little overwhelming for most people. Most people are used to the New Living Translation and stuff like that. I like the King James Version because it really makes you learn to pronounce names, and it just is one of the more pure Bibles. It doesn't have a lot to edit out. You got to read the Bibles carefully because they have taken out verses. I think it's in Matthew, in chapter 20 something. Some Bibles they've taken out. It is about how you can fight demons. It's these demons only go out through prayer and fasting. Now a lot of Bibles have that removed. They'll have the one first part, skip that verse, then they'll have the one after that. So, but that's getting off topic. That's a video for another day. But basically, even though the Prince of the Wind definitely did not like the fact that I was reading from the Bible, because that's why the wind picked up. He doesn't like that I'm going to be adding scripture to the video. So you can feel free to read those and do your own in-depth reflection on it, which I encourage everybody to do. You watch my videos, go look up the verses I say in them and actually read them. In case you're wondering, I'm just walking on the side of the road because it is been raining the last 2 days. And there is a little slug making his way. Look at him. Making his way across the road, going slow. You don't move much faster than that. Anyways, he's making his way. If he's lucky, he might be over there in an hour if he doesn't get run over by something. Anyways, that has been a short video. This has been a voice in the wilderness. Soldier, bond servant of Christ, signing off. Whenever you see this, have a blessed day or night. Stay safe in these dark, crazy times. I will see you in the next one. And avoid wine. Otherwise, it'll be like being bit by a serpent. Catch you in the